Do you have a friend joining you? What? Do you have a friend joining you? There's a chair here.
Awesome.
Are you sitting here?
How are you?
What about here?
How are you? I am good.
There's one here.
Very good.
Oh, there's one there.
My favorite song right now.
No, he's saving them.
My current favorite. Like some? Yeah. Yep. Hey, Garrett. How you been liking the moments? Watching them? Yeah, I have actually. Today I watched two. Yeah? Lisa Coates was unbelievably good. Like that? Most powerful one I've watched so far.
Why do you do that?
Yes.
They're walking away.
Yeah, Steve and I would love to sit down with you and Jane.
I want you to be part of the group. I want you to feel love.
Find out what people like. Are they liking stuff? Are they using it? What are they not using? Yeah. So we're like up and running now. Would you be okay sending something out to your newsletter? Just like take a survey. I'm going to call my to-do list for tomorrow. I'll shoot you an email.
The video ready to be computer and we're going to do that right at
Yep, let's go with the lights. Which one's really like? Yeah. The professionals are always really good, like Les Brown. He always delivers, right? But the big surprise was Lisa Cook. She was excellent. Yeah, I just saw that on Facebook. I did, yeah. Now I'm going by Gary and Jane show mostly.
That's actually a great idea.
We'll be on the new free app next 2 weeks. The same app that yeah, we can love to get feedback. Yeah, we'd love to. I would love to.
Gary, will you get on the microphone right now and tell everybody that they need to scoot in your right?
That's on.
Number 4. Say, everybody, scoot in as we prepare to start. Are you live streaming right now?
Welcome everybody. We're going to get started in just a minute. If you could please scoot in so those who are coming in can still get a chair. Because we're not putting up more chairs, but we have more people coming in.
Really?
And we're just starting to get rolling, so if there's some seats in the middle, maybe we can just scooch together and save the seat on the edge for me. That's why you come late. All right, just kidding. We're getting started soon. You're fine. Good to see you.
the lights, and the lights will be off for a while. And then give it like 30 seconds.
Okay, I need you guys to be watching and let us know afterwards. Good. Who's got lights and who's got the video? Because it doesn't look right.
It doesn't? Oh, apparently Wyoming's doing it. Hey, it's not even great.
Okay, I need you
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Limitless. All right, so by a show of hands, who's ready to have a good time tonight? Let me hear some noise. Nice. And how many of you are ready to claim your limitless life? Well, thank you so much. You're in the right place. Tonight we have so many fun things we're going to be doing. Just want to acknowledge everyone that's here. We have a little tradition here because I can't reach you all. Everyone, if you can just turn to the person next to you, give them a pat on the back and say, congratulations for being here. This is really your night, and this tonight is the first of our Limitless Tribe nights, and we're going to be sharing a little bit about our vision for these nights, but it's really about you and helping you have these experiences that will help you unlock what it means to become limitless. What does it mean to be limitless? When you think of this word limitless as it relates to your life, what does that mean to you? Let's get a couple shares. What does it mean to have a limitless life? What's that? Unbound by restraints. To release ourselves from the restrictions or limitations that hold us back. What else? What does it mean to live limitless? Well?
You remove the conditions that you place on yourselves.
Okay.
And other people.
To remove the conditions that we place upon ourselves and other people, right? To release these limiting beliefs and ideas about who we are and who other people are. Good. What does it mean to live limitless, Matt? To be divine, right? And consider this. Consider when we are truly aligned with the divine, authentic power that we truly are, how could we live anything else but a life of abundance and prosperity and connection and health? Good. What else does it mean to live limitless? Fearless. To be able to take on those challenges in your life, to be able to conquer your dreams and to really pursue your life without being held back by your fears. What else does it mean to be limitless? Yes, energy. What does that mean to you?
It means that you stop saying no.
Right? Stop saying no. Say yes to life. Everyone say yes. Yes. Say, I say yes to life. Say, I choose to be limitless. Right? And just really connect to that energy of really designing the life that you choose. Through the Limitless Seminar and through the Academy and through all the work we do within Limitless, it's really about this concept of creating a yes life, creating what I call conscious lifestyle design, living the life that you choose, and only allowing into your life the things that you absolutely love. And if you don't absolutely love it, then it just doesn't belong in your life, right? Because we have a limited amount of time and energy, so we want to spend those things on the things that bring us most joy and passion. Good. What else does it mean to live limitless, Natalie? Yeah, to live happy. How many of you know that regardless of how much personal development work you do, you're still going to experience some challenges? Raise your hand, right? And if you came here and you're new to this work and you were hoping that at the end of tonight you're going to be problem-free because you've done the work, I hate to be the bearer of bad news saying that, this is, wherever you're at, no matter how long you've been on the journey, this is just the beginning for the next step. How many of you have done a lot of work in the past, and you've been to workshops and seminars and read a lot of books on personal development in the past. Awesome. And how many of you, this is one of your first experiences diving into this world of personal development? Awesome. Give these people a huge round of applause. And we all know what that's like to be in a space like this for the first time, thinking, oh my gosh, what are all these crazy people doing? What are they doing? Oh my gosh, these nuts. And I just want to say welcome. Welcome to the tribe. And we hope that you find a home here. We hope that this tribe becomes your community to help you create that limitless life. And I just want to take a moment and acknowledge all of the people we have online. We have about 100 people here in this room with us in Provo, Utah, and we have hundreds of people joining us online. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge you for taking this time and inviting us into your home, and we hope you feel our energy and our love, and we hope that tonight you're able to create some breakthroughs as well as we share this experience together. And so I'm going to invite you, there's a chat bar at the bottom of the page that you're at, and I'm going to invite you to type in your name and where you're joining us from so that you can begin to get to know each other, because you as an online tribe get to interact and share your breakthroughs, and we really want to make this an interactive experience for you. So just want to acknowledge you. Can everyone give those people a huge round of applause? And what a cool experience, isn't it? A cool experience that we can gather here, but we're connected with our brothers and sisters, hundreds of people across the world and even in other countries that are sharing this experience. And this is all about becoming one tribe. And so there's something. How many of you came to Limitless? Raise your hand if you came to Limitless. Let me hear some noise if you're at Limitless. Awesome. And how many of you have not come to Limitless yet? Okay, awesome. So you're going to be given an invitation. We would love to have you come. But one of the things that we do throughout Limitless is we've got a little sign that we use that is a symbol of our unity as a tribe and our unity with God. And it's a sign that we use to acknowledge each other and to also represent our commitment to being one with our higher self. And so what we do is we just take our finger and hold it up like that. So everyone just take your finger and hold it up like this. And this is just a symbol acknowledging that we're one tribe. Everyone say, we are one tribe. We are one tribe. And it's simple saying that we are committed. We're committed to moving towards our future, and we're committed to God. We're committed to living our purpose and to being our higher self. So throughout this evening, there's going to be times where we use that symbol, and we often will use it if someone shows up in a very courageous way, and they go through their breakthrough. We'll send them our love and support just by giving them that symbol and just saying, hey, I love you, I'm here for you, and I'm proud of you. So tonight really is about you, and as we lay this foundation for the tribe, it's really about creating an experience that will help you create the breakthroughs you're looking for in your life. At the end of the day, the Limitless journey is about one thing, and it's about creating your limitless life through daily breakthrough. And really learning how to master, how to what? Master. How to what? Master. How to master your life and to master the art of breakthrough. One of the principles that you'll learn when you come through Limitless is this idea that all of the experiences in our outer life, our experiences with money, our experiences with relationships, our experiences with our body, they're all a reflection of what's happening on our inner world. And if we want to change the results in our wealth or our health or in our relationships, then that change needs to begin from within. Many of you have heard the quote from Gandhi that said, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. And that's a powerful quote, but what oftentimes people don't realize is that we have the power to change the world just by changing ourselves. And when we change ourselves, then the world around us changes. Because then our perception, our reality changes as we shift inside. So this is really about doing the deep inner work to help you create those breakthroughs so that you can be the change that you want to be in your families, in your businesses, and everywhere else. How many of you are here because you would love to learn how to create more wealth and abundance in your life? Awesome. And how many of you are here because you would love to experience even greater health and vitality and energy? Awesome. And how many of you are here because you would love to have deeper relationships in your life? Awesome. This is what this is about. And when we really master this work, then all of those things become easy. When we're truly aligned, what's the word? Aligned. When we're aligned with our higher self, then that abundance, connection, love, and health are just our natural results. So tonight, we begin by laying and setting an intention. A what? An intention, thank you. An intention for why you're here and what you want to get out of this evening and what you want to create as a tribe. So let's get a couple words. Like for you, as you look at beginning this night with an intention and getting clear on why you're here and what you want to create and what you want to experience, let's get some words that kind of represent what you want to leave here with and words that represent what it is that you're committed to creating. So what are some things? What are some things you want to set as an intention for our tribe tonight?
Freedom to be me.
Okay, freedom to be you. Okay? So freedom to be authentic, freedom to open yourself up, freedom to really show up real and in your truest and highest and most powerful self, right? Awesome. Give them a big round of applause. Who else would like to experience more of an experience of freedom in your life? Raise your hand. Awesome. Okay, what else? What else are your intentions? What else do you want to create? Kim? Clarity. What's that? Clarity. Awesome. So clarity, and this is a huge part of your experience within Limitless, is just getting clear on what it is you want to create and what your goals are and how you get there. Because clarity is power. Clarity is what? Power. Clarity is what? Power. Clarity is what? Power. Awesome. Thank you. Give your person a high five and say, you are a powerful creator. So that clarity is our access to power, and when we're unclear, then we feel stuck, right? Wow, these guys are going crazy over there. The high five overachiever club over in that corner. Awesome. Okay, good. So what else are your intentions for today? Alignment. Okay, alignment. Awesome. So for you, Anthony, what does alignment mean for you, and why is that important? Let's get the microphone to him real quick. So what does alignment mean to you, and why is that important, and why is that one of your
alignment
core intentions
between
tonight?
my core beliefs and still working. Okay, between my core beliefs and how I act.
Cool. All right. So alignment is this idea that we align our beliefs with what we want to create in life. Once we have this clarity of what we want to do and who we want to be and what we want to achieve and what we want to have in life, then there are certain beliefs and actions that will create that. When we're out of alignment, it becomes impossible to create, right? It's like, I use this analogy as we talk about the power of alignment, is when we're out of alignment, it's like you're in the sports car and you're pressing on the gas and you're working so hard and you're pushing down the gas and you don't realize that the emergency brake is on at the same time. How many of you have ever experienced that in your life, where you've worked really hard, but you felt like you were getting nowhere, right? Why is that? It's simply because there's something out of alignment. Either our beliefs or our actions are out of alignment with what we're trying to create. It's easy for us to say, I want to make $1 million a year, but if our beliefs say, I don't deserve to be wealthy, I don't deserve to have success is painful, money is hard, if those are our beliefs, and our actions aren't in alignment with that, then is it possible for us to create that? No, right? In order to create, we must be in alignment. In what? Alignment. Awesome. So what are some other things that you have as intentions for tonight? Well? Inspiration. Okay, inspiration. To be able to connect with inspiration. And one of the things that I'm going to invite you to do is throughout this evening, as you're taking notes, is to really tune in and just be fully present to the gift of inspiration inside of you. Because oftentimes the greatest breakthroughs we have aren't because of the things that you'll hear on stage. It's from you just being in this space, surrounded by all these other like-minded people, and being open to receive that inspiration. So just imagine for a moment, everyone just kind of clear your mind for a moment. Actually, go ahead and place your feet on the floor right now. I'm just going to have you go through this quick process right now. And right now, I just want you to just take a big, deep breath in. Breathe in and just breathe out. And just breathe in. As you breathe in, just imagine you're just breathing in light and peace and joy. And as you exhale, just exhale all of the filth and all of the stress and all the exhaustion. You live such busy, crazy, chaotic lives, and just exhale all of that right now, allowing yourself to be fully present. And as you allow yourself to be fully present in this moment, I just want you to imagine for a moment that up at the crown of your head, Just imagine that it's opened up, and this conduit opens up with this pillar of light that ascends from your head all the way up to heaven. This direct connection to heaven. Just imagine that right now. And as you imagine that, just say to yourself these words: I am connected to God. I have connection to the source of all wisdom. I receive inspiration on a daily basis. I know who I am. I know the divinity that I am. And I am ready for inspiration right now. And just imagine that connection to God, this is your greatest teacher, right? Our mission in creating these experiences and these events, really, it's not to teach you new things, because most of what you hear tonight are things that you probably have heard in the past. And they're just going to be reinforcements or maybe a different perspective of what you've heard. But one of our greatest desires is to empower you and to teach you that all of the answers that you're looking for are within you. That you don't need a guru to help you to be successful. You need to be your own guru. You need to learn how to access that divinity and that power inside of you, and to learn how to tap into this inspiration. Thank you. Awesome. All right, so what else are your intentions for tonight? What else do you want to create, Jacqueline? Peace. Peace. Awesome. Peace. All right, what else? Let's just get a bunch of more words real quick. Have fun. Who else wants to have some fun tonight? Let me hear some noise. Okay, good. Well, we'll make sure we do that. Connection. All right? To have deep connection. Just for a moment right now, I want you to look around this room right now. Just take a moment and just look around this room. And I want you to consider what this word tribe means. You know, for some of you, this is your first time being in this group of people. Other of you have been through Limitless, and so you already feel this connection and bond to many people. But for all of us, as we look around, I'm just inviting you that tonight, you choose to really see each other. You choose to see each other as allies in your pursuit of your goals. These are people that believe in you. And this is a room, this is a tribe where you are free to show up authentically and connected. This group of people that you get to connect with, they're your greatest asset in creating the life that you want. So everyone, turn to the person next to you, give them a high five and say, I'm happy to be in your tribe. Awesome. And one of my favorite things about Limitless, and for those of you who've been to Limitless, you know what I'm talking about. I love watching people come in at the beginning of those 3 days as total strangers. And by the end of the first day, and especially by the end of the third day, they walk away feeling like they have some of the closest friends in their entire world in that room. How many of you experienced that? Awesome. Yeah, and that's one of the greatest gifts, is to be able to be there and to connect in a deep, authentic way with people. And to learn the art of connection so that as you go throughout the rest of your life, you learn how to connect deeper. How many of you that came through Limitless noticed that after you came to Limitless, you were way more powerful at connecting authentically with other people? How many of you noticed that? Right? And once again, this is our playground. This is our playground to practice the art of connection. And so I'm going to really invite you that throughout this evening, you take an opportunity to really get to know each other, because these people around you are going to really support you. Good. So what are some other things, just really quick words, that you want to create?
Help others have courage to break through.
Okay, to help others to have courage, right? So to serve others and to inspire others to create breakthroughs. Awesome. Good. What else? Joy, to experience true joy. Awesome. What else? What else do you want to create tonight? Breakthrough. Awesome. All right, everyone give the person next to you a high five and say, I'm ready for some breakthroughs. So I'm going to invite the people that are joining us online, go ahead and type your intentions. What is it that you're intending to create? What is it you want to get out of this evening and from your time that we spent together? So right now what we're going to do is I'm going to have everyone put all of your stuff on the ground real quick. Go ahead and place all your stuff on the ground. In a moment, you're going to have an opportunity to practice some of these things and practice connection and to actually really authentically connect with a few people. So we're going to take a few minutes, and during this time, I'm going to invite you to go and meet someone that you've never met before and to share with them what your intention is, what it is that you're determined to create out of this evening. And then after you both have a chance to share, I'm going to encourage you to go and find someone else. And over the next couple minutes, meet as many people as possible and just hear what their intentions are, hear why they're here, and have an opportunity for you to declare why you're here. One of the powerful things is when we declare and verbalize what our intention is and why we're here, it reinforces that in our mind so it can support us in creating that. So everyone go ahead and stand up on your feet. And for the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to have you go and connect with as many people as possible and share with them what your intentions are for being here. Ready, go.
You're not going to want to pull those out, but that's why I'm here.
So that's why you're here,
Yeah,
huh?
that's why I'm here.
I like that you're here for that reason.
Yeah. And when you figure out what's in your back pocket, you may want to decide if you're coming home tonight. Daphne's on her way. She's probably about March.
high five and say, you are a powerful creator. Thank you so much. All right. How many of you, just by show of hands, met some pretty incredible and amazing people? Raise your hand. All right, I was looking around to see which jerk wouldn't raise their hand, right? No, it's amazing. Like all of you, like you met some really amazing people, and it's really fun to be in this space. And I want you to see, as you continue to show up authentically and connect and really be vulnerable through this experience tonight, and as you come to Limitless, how deep these connections can become. And you'll realize that time is all relative, right? And even if you just meet someone for just a moment, if you choose to drop all of the filters and all of the judgments inside your mind and just see them for who they are, then you're like, oh my gosh, you are amazing, inspiring, and beautiful, and I love you, right? Like, it doesn't matter how long you've known them when you choose to actually see them authentically. They all have a gift for you. So tonight is really, our foundational experience tonight is really teaching you the art of breakthrough. The art of what? Breakthrough. Because our intention through Limitless and the whole Limitless experience is to empower you to be on this journey of growth and expansion. And I was having this great conversation with Allie here just a moment ago, and she was asking, what's this Limitless experience about, and do you feel like these changes last long term, or all of these things? And here's my belief about breakthroughs and the work of personal development. I love this quote from Zig Ziglar. And Zig Ziglar was asked this. He said, some people tell me that motivation doesn't last. I tell them neither does bathing. That's why I recommend it daily. And some people step into a 3-day seminar or a workshop or they read a book and they think that just by going there that their whole life's going to change forever. And for me, it's this constant pursuit of never-ending improvement. It's this journey, because I'm not just interested in reaching a destination. It's about enjoying the journey till I get there and finding out what lies beyond there. All of the goals that you'll set through your Limitless journey, they're just stepping stones for your next breakthrough. Every mountain peak that you reach is just the stepping point to get to your next peak after that. And so really the 3 days that you'll experience at Limitless are really designed to help you create massive transformation. And what I've noticed personally is you can do more work in 3 days through going through an experience than years and years on your own. In fact, one of my clients that came through my event said, wow, seriously, I grew more in these last 3 days than I have in the last 3 years of doing this work on my own. Why? Because you're put into this like pressure cooker of transformation, and you're guided through process after process to help you create those breakthroughs and help you see the world different. And remember this, all transformation begins with a shift in perspective. Once you shift the way that you see things, once you shift the way that you see yourself, once you shift the way you see the world, everything changes and your whole perception of the world changes too. So those 3 days are a massive catalyst for expansion, but it's just the beginning, or it's just the next step for you. So my invitation for those of you that have been to Limitless, come back. Every event is going to take you to the next level. Every tribe night that we do is just an opportunity for you to expand even further and to look for what's the next awareness, what's the next breakthrough for me to have. And for those that haven't been to Limitless, my invitation is come. Come experience what those 3 days can do for you in your life. Come experience what it'll awaken inside of you and the catalyst that it will create inside of you to have those relationships and health and the money that you want. So it really is about constant and never-ending improvement. It's about what?
Constant never-ending improvement.
And daily breakthroughs. So right now, I want to just introduce you to our powerful and amazing leader within Limitless, a man who lives what he teaches. One of the things that I've learned from Chris over the years that I've known him, and especially just being able to get to know him at such a deep level, is he believes that there's no reason you shouldn't have it all. How many of you believe you should have it all, right? How many of you in your lives might not be demonstrating that right now, right? Chris is someone, I see him live this work every day. And he looks for those breakthroughs, and he's someone that I look to as one of my most powerful mentors, because he's someone that has it all, right? He's someone that's created millions and millions of dollars. He's someone that has an amazing and beautiful relationship with his wife and his kids. He's someone that has this mastery around his body and health. He's someone that has this deep, deep desire to serve and this incredible capacity to live his purpose every day. So ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand on your feet and please welcome Mr. Christopher Crow.
Thank you. So I'm in third grade, and I had Miss Bohannon as my teacher. And I did not like Miss Bohannon, because Miss Bohannon didn't like me. Because every single time I got my report card, or we had spelling tests, or I got my grade, she gave it to me with some energy and a few words of encouragement that I, as a third grader, interpreted as, "You are dumb." Kids are interesting, right? I mean, how many of you have kids right now? How many of you know that they can experience one thing and totally take home the wrong message? You're like, man, it's amazing. I look at my life, and by the time I got into high school, I wanted so badly to be smart that I hung out with all the smart kids, 1,500 kids in my high school, and I hung out with the valedictorian to be, and I hung out with all the other smart kids, and I signed up for the college AP, pre-college classes. And I would work my buns off. I had this belief that I could effort my way to the top, because heaven knows that when I take chemistry, it needs a lot of effort. Many grades that felt that way. So I would work my buns off. And meanwhile, my friends were like, "Oh yeah, I wrote my paper last night in like 15 minutes. It was awesome." I'm like, "Oh, I worked on that for 19 days. And then I would get my test back, and my test would say, I'd ask them, "What'd you get?" It's like, dang it, must have missed something. I got a 99% in the most difficult class of the whole school. What could I have done different? I'm looking at my grade, and I got a 92%. And a 92% is a what? An A minus. I got an A minus, and they have an A. And all this is validating for the person chasing to be good enough that doesn't feel good enough is that they're still not smart. I'm still dumb. Now, by the way, if I believe I'm dumb, who's going to be right? Isn't that interesting? Henry Ford was the one that said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. You know what the rest of the quote says? ... It's your thinking that makes it so. He was suggesting that we are our own self-fulfilling prophecies. So I want to tell you about this dumb kid that kept on validating that he was stupid in middle school and in high school and even at college, because I wanted to be a doctor, shoot for the stars, effort myself to the top. Listen, I graduated from high school with I think a 3.8. And that was 90% effort and maybe 10% skill is what I thought. So I get into BYU, I start taking my classes, and you know what happens again? I say I want to be a doctor. What kind of classes you got to take? You want to be a doctor? You got to take chemistry. And I found at BYU that effort couldn't make up the difference. And so once again, too dumb, finally listen to my advisor and decide that I can't be a doctor. And that was a huge blow for me, because that's all I really wanted to be. That's what I wanted to do. And society had its influence and says that you're too dumb to do that. Now, was I really dumb? No one in this room is dumb. You're all deeply intelligent. The question isn't, are you intelligent? It's, how are you intelligent? You see the difference? Does school measure the gifted ballerina? No, school does not measure that. Does it seem to measure like the highly creative? Can it measure the piano player that can sit down and compose music with no training? No, school doesn't measure any of those things. The things that school values are 2 types of intelligences out of the hundreds, and that's it. Well, friends, here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about how a dumb kid, which I don't believe anymore, by the way, goes on to become multi-millionaire, or believes that his genetics says that he has to be like his parents, fat, overweight, diabetes, likely die of a heart attack, high blood pressure. Because I had a decade of my adult life where I was always 30, 40 pounds fluffy. Just keeping it real. I got a decade of my life where I've got a degree in bad husband. Like seriously, my life will get better when my wife changes. Dang it, why can't she just finally be what I need her to be for me? Sorry, ladies. True story. We got these different dimensions of life, wealth and health. We talk about connection and power. And how many of you really want to have it all? How many of you believe you can have it all? How many of you honestly believe you can have it all? How many believe that you can be rich and powerful and happily married and have a dang awesome, sexy, powerful, healthy body? You believe you can have all that? Friends, I'm telling you, you can have all that. But I want to talk to you for a minute about why we don't. And then I want to give you really concrete, hard mathematical science of how you get there, because Gerald started this really great conversation of how it comes about. First of all, I want to talk about how we get jacked up in the first place. We get jacked up in the first place because kids don't have developed brains. No logic, right? No rationale, no abstract thinking. The brain is growing and developing. We're totally different than any other creature in the animal kingdom. Most animals are born with a hyper-overactive cerebellum. That's the part of the brain that gives them the giraffe. Baby giraffe comes out of mama standing and starts running from the predators. Like animals can do this, but human beings, we're like worthless for years. I mean, my mom was still changing my diapers when I was 4 years old. It's amazing. Underactive cerebellum, I think. So we're different than any other animal in the animal kingdom because we have this gift. We've got this frontal cortex, this neocortex. And if you take a look at us, there's a reason why we're jacked up by the time we become adults. We've made every life decision by the time we enter adulthood. You decided whether you're a morning person or a night owl. You've decided the kind of foods that you do or don't eat. It's already determined whether you're going to be obese if you aren't already based on your habits of unconsciousness and food addiction and sugar addictions and processed versus holistic foods. It's already decided the kind of human being you're going to be as you connect with others. You've already decided whether how many of you pride yourself in saying, oh, I'm an introvert? Do any of you say that? You own it and say, I'm an introvert. Put your hand up, my introverts. I know it's a very extrovert thing to do. Okay, would it shock you if I told you that I'm an introvert? I'm 19 years old going on an LDS mission, and I'm having this conversation with myself and God. I'm like, hey, God, totally down with giving you 2 years of my life, but I'm terrified of people. And every single time I put my hand out, like it goes out like this. And I'm always like the second one to put my hand out. I have to wait for somebody else to do it. Like there's that hesitation moment, like I don't want to touch you. I don't know where your hand has been. And I know I'll wash my hands, but Okay. We have made all of our decisions that are going to impact our health and our connection. Think about it. What goal do you want today that you wanted 10 years ago and you're nowhere closer? You're living proof of this. How many of you had a problem 10 years ago and you still got that same problem today like it has power over you? That's human nature. So here's why it goes down. This is a picture of the brain, just in case. It's not a boomerang. And here's what goes down in the brain. Biologically, I'm in 3rd grade, Miss Bohannon gives me my test back, and she gives me that mean teacher scowl just because she's been teaching one too many years. And I see that I got a bad grade. I got like 12 out of 20 right. That was pretty typical. My spelling is still, just ask Christine. And I'm making a judgment. She gives me a dirty look, or maybe she's giving me encouragement, or maybe she's even being kind and sweet. But I'm really good at judging myself because children are really good observers. They're really horrible interpreters. So I look at that and I make a decision about myself. She must mean, because she put that red, nasty 12 out of F, that I'm stupid, that I'm dumb. And I arrive at that decision. Who arrives at it? Okay, what if she looked at me and she said, Chris, you're stupid? It would still have to be my choice to what? Believe it. So by the way, every choice you make about yourself, who made it? When we're kids, we're so impressionable, though, that they get dished up really easy and we're misinterpreting. And so all of a sudden, I just go to this part of my brain and this is where I mark myself stupid. And now because a decision is made about my intelligence, I need to fortify it and I need it to make sense. So I'm going to start looking for evidence that proves who's right. Man, that's how powerful I am. So I'm going to go through life, and the next time I get anything less than 100%, it's proof that I am stupid, and I am going to expand this neural network, and I'm going to create other beliefs about my health, and I'm going to create other beliefs around money. You know, oh man, I was 8 years old, and I'm listening to my mom and dad fight about money, and whenever they fight, it's always about money. So money must be bad. There's just another belief. So here's the deal. In this room, we have people that probably are not tremendously wealthy, and we have some people that might be in the poor range, because this is probably just a regular cross-section of society. And so in this room, we got people that are struggling hand to mouth, and we got people who, probably got some ego and pride, feeling like, man, I'm rocking this, I'm making, $200,000 a year, feeling good about themselves, and maybe we got everything else in between and a couple of outliers. Well, guess what? You were raised with human beings and circumstances in the little village that suggested ideas that got put in your head that ultimately have decided all of your outcome. Like, you are so boring because everything is already predetermined what's going to be in your stars because you've locked in all your thoughts. Any of you seeing truth to anything I'm sharing right now? Because in a moment, I'm going to share with you the most powerful tactic I'm aware of, daily ritual that I'm committed to find my limits and to break through them and become limitless. Because that is what Limitless is all about. So here's the facts. In my life, I finally find myself, this is maybe 7-8 years ago, got sick and tired of going to empowerment seminars and yet not making progress. And I hired a key mentor in my life. And that led me to the next and another and another. And as I worked with them, I started putting the math of the universe together. And this is the way that I understand the world. And I'm going to share it with you, and you can see if it would serve you to think this way a little bit. I started doing this thing called belief breakthrough. What's it called? And I've got several techniques of what we're going to do, and I'm going to share, I think, a very simple one that every one of you can walk away with as a tool. And here's what I did over the next several years with my mentors. I worked through how many beliefs? 2,000. Beliefs like, I'm stupid. Question, does that belief serve me? No, and because I'm so powerful, I've got the divine in me, I am powerful enough to make that statement true. I'm also powerful enough to make I am smart true. Aren't I? And so are you, because every one of us is intelligent. You just get to tap into how you're intelligent. Well, friends, you can reverse high blood pressure. You can address your health concerns, your bad knees, your bad back, this one accident I had and I'll never be the same again. We can take every part of your life where you are adding suffering and limitation unnecessarily, and you can move past it. And Gerald used a word that I really like. He called it a perception. Because ultimately, your perception, your worldview is governed by all of your beliefs. All of them combined to make up something we call a paradigm. Everyone heard that word before? All of your beliefs make up your paradigm, so the good ones and the bad ones. Now, if we can uproot all the bad beliefs in you, what will be left? It's so amazing. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine living life with no negative emotion? Can you imagine millions of dollars flowing into your life? Can you imagine being able to travel with your family whenever you want? Can you imagine having a business where you're the owner and it runs itself and the only thing you do is the thing you love? Can you imagine taking your greatest gifts and serving the world? Can you imagine? I'm telling you right now, you without your limits, you are brilliant. But here's the truth. You're brilliant right now. You're just covered up with all your muck. You're covered up with all of these patterns and these cycles. And if you do not go through something like Limitless, this empowerment seminar, you're just going to repeat your patterns over and over again. Chris, when you believe you're stupid, what do? Oh, I feel pretty bad. Well, what happens then? Oh, I shut down. I go into a funk for a couple of days. Then what happens? There's this pattern that plays itself out. Wow, how often does I am stupid get triggered? Oh, at my job, maybe once a week. Good. So you check out of life 2 out of 7 days just off of this one belief. Add another 100 negative beliefs on that, and many of us in this room here, you check out of life all the time. You are totally in identity crisis mode, believing this garbage. And you self-medicate with ice cream, sleeping in long naps, getting together with your favorite friends and commiserating and telling fabulous stories. We're going to talk about stories. It's one of my favorite words. I like you all so much that I would like to share something with you. Let's talk about one simple modality of how you do belief breakthrough. Can we R-O-U? Can everyone read that? Good. I need to have someone up here writing for me. I'm just so stupid, I can't figure it out. It's amazing. We are so incredibly powerful that we jack up our lives just fine on our own. Now, I'm going to tell you something about life. Either you're screwing it up, or you have life circumstances and trials, real tribulations that come into your life, because everyone else around you also has this cool thing called choice. And do their choices impact you? Well, some of them do. How many of you have other people making choices that challenge you? You know what I'm talking about? So listen, even if you are without your own limits, you still got other people living around you that are still going to try and jack things up for you. So you can't afford to waste more of your life being anything other than limitless. There is a process by which you can step past and step through your garbage that holds you back. Because who are you without your garbage? Limitless, brilliant, powerful, great. So here's a very simple strategy for belief breakthrough. Belief breakthrough. Okay? Every single morning I ask myself this one question. And I know many of you in this room actually know what it is because you hang out with me on the treadmill every single morning. Who are my gladiators in the room? Put your hands up. Who are my gladiators? Look around the room here. Gary Norris, you're down how many pounds? 38 pounds. 38 pounds over the last how many weeks? 7 weeks, 38 pounds. Give it up for that man right there. Crushing it. And Gary, when you look down at the scale, what does it actually read? 180 pounds. And when you see yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Hot diggity doggity sexy beast. Right? So this man, he's doing some turnaround work. I'm going to share with you right now how to do it. Every morning, this is the question. This is my morning ritual. I have, if you go to Limitless, you're going to get one of these. And this is a little band that says, I am limitless. Okay, this is a declaration. I call it a manifesto. Not an affirmation, it's a manifesto. Because what I think about, I manifest. And so I start black every day. And my goal is to turn this thing red, to turn it around. How do I do that? I'm going to ask myself this question. Write this down. What is the number one limiting belief holding you back from your greatness? Here in this present moment, what is mine? And so I'd like everyone to participate. So here's what I'm going to invite you to do. Gerald took you through a grounding process. Our mind gets really busy with all this clutter, so grounding is like this brief little meditative moment of clarity. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and to clear your mind. Create space for this moment of clarity. And here's the question. What is the number one limiting belief right now holding you back from your greatness? And for those of you joining us on live stream, your eyes better not be closed. You better not be peeking. This is for you. And if you got something, put your hand up. See who's getting something. Just as you get something, put your hand up. What is the number one limiting belief right now in this very present moment holding me back from my greatness? And if your hand's not going up, you already got the answer, but you've got to trust it, even if it doesn't make sense. So be willing to embrace it and be willing to trust yourself. Wow, we got most of the hands up in the room here. So go ahead and open your eyes. Now you got some work to do, don't you? Right now, just ask yourself, what are the results of you living this limiting belief? How's it showing up in your life? What's the cost of this? How's it affecting your money? How's it affecting the way you feel about you? And how is it affecting your core relationships? And now the big question. Do you really want to keep worshiping this limit that holds you back? No, right now there's this conscious awareness that says, wow, this does not serve me. So now we're going to reprogram the mind. And we're going to do this with something we call the turnaround. And here's the beautiful thing about the way a turnaround works. I'm looking for 5 brave souls and a microphone to come on up here. Do a real quick turnaround. I will know who you are because you will be on stage. Thank you for not waiting for life. Okay, no more. Come on up. Come on, Bree. Okay. Paul, you can hold this.
Okay.
What's your limiting belief?
Fear of the consequences of making decisions.
Okay, excellent. And why doesn't that serve you?
Because I don't make decisions.
Great. So by the way, the biggest opportunity cost on making money is indecision. I'm going to make more money making bad decisions than no decisions. Now the other part of that though is you've got this belief that your struggle with decisions also causes you to live in what energy?
Negative.
Fear.
Fear
Was the word you used.
Yeah.
So by the way, how many of you like living in fear? Like think what fear feels, no, don't think about what fear feels like. It's not a good energy, okay? So let's take a look at how would your life be different if you could easily and effortlessly come and arrive at the decisions and then make them in confidence.
Powerful.
Yeah, so what turnaround is going to serve you?
Making decisions brings joy and happiness and fun.
I like that. Guys, give it up for him. That's a good one. High five. Yeah. Paul, I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions.
Okay.
Making decisions is easy. Go ahead and say it.
Making decisions is easy.
I'm effective at making good decisions.
I am effective at making good decisions.
I make decisions with the least amount of time possible required for a good choice.
I make decisions with the least amount of effort possible to make a good choice.
Boom. How's that feel?
Great.
Now, you just did something right now here in this moment that I do every single day. Who would you be if every day you started taking the ideas that didn't serve and you started making better decisions that took your limits that leave you here? You started raising the roof. Can everyone do a little bit of this? Raise the roof? Yeah? What will happen in your life if every day you're making these core life-changing decisions?
My power will come through.
It has to come through because, by the way, you've struggled with indecision for how many years of your life?
63.
And what's it costing you?
Everything.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Money, happiness, love, relationships, fulfillment, joy.
So you willing to try on this new belief?
Yes.
Awesome. So here's what you get to do. You programmed this belief because you anchored it to something negative. There's a moment in your life, we're not going to do it right now. This is the deeper work. Come to Limitless. There's a moment in your life, though, where indecision seemed to serve you, and you've been honoring that now your entire life. Now you're making a new decision. So it's not enough just to declare it. What do you really need to do?
Live it.
You need to live it. Okay, so right now, close your eyes. Watch, this is so fun. One decision right now that you've struggled to make, that right now in this moment you know exactly the correct answer, and you're going to make it in this moment.
Clean up my house.
Okay, so as your accountability partner, Paul, when are you going to clean your house? When are you going to set time aside?
Soon.
Indecision language right there. The time that I have set aside to bring my house in order is?
Now.
Well, no, right now we're here. We're here. Stay present. We want you to stay just a little longer.
Do I want to stay up all night tomorrow?
I don't know. You're at choice, not me. What do you want?
Tomorrow.
All right. And tomorrow, which rooms are you going to tackle?
Kitchen first, living room, library. Library is...
Did you come here with somebody?
No.
Okay, who's willing to be this man's accountability partner? Okay, so when you're done, you're going to talk with this wonderful woman, and you're going to get her phone number, and tomorrow you're going to give him a call, and you're going to say, how's the kitchen? Would I feel comfortable in your kitchen? All right? Is that okay with you?
Very good.
Guys, give it up for Paul. Very cool.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Limiting belief. Let's show everyone, Amber, how quick you are at this. Limiting belief.
Fear of judgment.
I'm afraid of people judging me. I'm afraid of people judging me wearing red pants on this stage. I'm jealous. I want to wear red pants. It's next on my list. Next tribe night. Okay, what's the turnaround that's going to serve you?
My turnaround is I'm going to consciously choose what serves me and what's going to let me stand in my power.
Awesome. Let's do a few more. Okay. What other turnaround would serve you from fear of judgment?
I love myself unconsciously to make the right decisions.
I like that one too. Let me ask you this one. Do people judge you?
In my perception, yes.
Let me ask you, have any of you judged her since she's been standing up here? Conscious or subconscious? How are you judging her? Yes. Hello. We live in a world where you are going to be judged like crazy. Can you control people judging you?
No.
Can you control me judging you?
No.
What can you control?
Myself.
How you feel about me judging you. So right, you've made a choice that if I'm judged, I choose fear. Well, hello, we're going to live in a world where people will judge you. If fear is your only option, that's a little limiting.
I choose unconditional love.
Yeah, I totally let people judge the crap out of me. Like, people can judge me all they want. People can like me. People can hate me. People are free to choose to show up and feel however they choose about me. I give them that. What would your life be like if people were free to be them in their most authentic form, whether nasty or nice? And what if you could be in a place of love with that?
It brings a whole lot more of beauty.
It does, because it means that no matter what judgment comes at you, positive or negative, how are you going to choose to feel?
I choose to be happy. I choose love.
Yeah. I'm going to just tell you from personal experience, this one is a favorite of mine. It's something that I really like because I used to be a people pleaser. You people pleaser?
I used to be.
Okay, fellow liar right here. People pleasers are really good liars. It's like, oh, Janae needs me to show up this way, and Karen needs me to show up that way, and I will be absolutely dishonor myself, be untrue to myself, so that Janae will like me and Karen will like me because I need people to like me. So I'm going to be a lie instead of honest and true. Sometimes I'm grouchy. Okay, so let's there's my wife throwing me under the bus again. She's like, that's true. It is. So, of all those, pronounce your favorite belief that you can own, that you're going to choose into for you.
I unconsciously love myself and stepping into my gifts.
Awesome. Friends, give it up for her. That is awesome. Now, by the way, do you see how simple this tool is? All we're saying is in the morning, wake up, and then wake up again. Wake up, and then wake up to your highest self. It might be the moment you open your eyes, and you're feeling great clarity, and you ask the question, number one limiting belief holding me back today from my greatness is, no one loves me. Whew. I don't like that. I like to be loved. What's the turnaround? I love me. God loves me. Many people love me. Now I'm just telling you, what's going to produce a better version of you? Nobody loves me or I love me. Isn't it obvious? Friends, this is real practical work you can do every single day. Hi, Mandy. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Have we met before?
I don't know. You look familiar.
All right. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So what limiting belief came up for you, brave one?
That I am not good enough.
Oh, it's such a favorite. Did anyone else get that one? I'm not good enough? I see you're not alone. What's the cost of you believing that you're not good enough?
Being in situations like work per se, I love what I do, but I know that I'm worth more. But I hold myself there because I don't feel like I'm good enough for something different.
Yeah.
And relationships, I don't feel like I'm good enough. And so it just goes on and on.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I'm not good enough is always waiting for a hero to come into your life to finally anoint you and say, I dub thee good enough. I got news for you. Never going to happen. And if someone did, knight in shining armor rides up and dubs you, you are good enough. I got news for you. The feeling's not going to last. Do you know why? You got to be good enough for who? Yeah. So by the way, you could spend your entire life struggling with this, but the day it changes is the day you turn this around and you validate yourself in a way that no one else can. So what would that turnaround look like, Mandy? Mm-hmm.
It's a super powerful thing. You know, that we are able to love ourselves and truly see ourselves for who we are.
That is beautiful. And will you just say these words? I am good enough.
I am good enough.
Yeah. Friends, give it up for her. It's truly beautiful. Beautiful. All right, William. Limiting belief?
So the limiting belief that brought me up here tonight was that I am timid, that I have to hang back and wait for other people in order to get started.
That didn't work out very well, did it?
No.
He beat a lot of you out onto the stage.
So, but that's what, yeah. That's kind of something that's changed in me. So the turnaround then would be that I am bold, that I'm decisive, and that I take action as soon as I know what I should be doing.
Right here. Now, let's get practical for just a moment. You can say those words, but is there a party that says, I don't believe it? Is anyone here that is like, I'm good enough? Pfft, empty words, yeah, right. I mean, you've gone your whole life believing you're not good enough. What? You simply say it and all of a sudden everything's going to get better? Is any one of you that's kind of like wondering, right? Is this kind of like empty platitudes? Listen, I got news for you. God said, let there be light, and then there was light. Everything comes into creation that doesn't exist in this moment was always first created from the ethereal before it showed up in the material. So there has to be a beginning for you to say for the first time, I am good enough. And with each time, you're now going to find evidence. Can you think of one reason, Mandy, why you are good enough?
Well, I'm here.
Awesome. Give me another one.
One.
Give me another one.
I'm willing to serve.
Beautiful. Give me another one. You got plenty of evidence that you're good enough.
Because I'm me.
Yeah, that is so beautiful. Give us another one.
Thank you. Because I decide to be good enough.
Yeah, that's so true. My experience of you and the greatness that I see in you is a beautiful, divine daughter, human being here on this planet, has a gift and has a purpose. And when you believe in yourself, that gift shines. So you are worth believing in you even if you don't think you can find evidence. The evidence begins right now, and every day you start collecting it because you're going to be right either way. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to love yourself if you choose that you are good enough.
Thank you.
Bree, limiting belief.
My limiting belief is that I don't have the male energetic support that I want.
Great. And is that supporting you right now?
Not at all.
Okay, let's fix this right now. Who's willing to marry this woman? Any available men right now? I'm just kidding. We can manifest fast, but we're going to slow it down. I'm just playing. So what new belief would serve you so much better than I am missing something to be whole?
I have all of the male support that I need right now.
Wow, can you find any evidence that there's truth to that?
I struggle with that.
Well, right now in this moment, ground.
There's a lot of amazing men here.
Close your eyes. First example that comes up for you when you think, I do have the supporting male energy in my life.
God.
Beautiful. And find me number 2.
The Savior.
And give me number 3.
My son.
Beautiful. So Bree, what's the turnaround? Proclaim it, claim it.
I have all of the male support that I want and need right now.
Friends, give it up for her. Beautiful. Beautiful. Listen, here's the deal, guys. Have you ever heard glass half full, glass half empty? If you want, you can focus on the missing energy in your life and you can invest in it, and I'm telling you right now, you won't like the results it produces. Or you can look for the evidence that what you want is actually happening. Every single one of you has a limit right now in your mind, and I want to ask you right now, find me 3 points of evidence for your turnaround. What is your turnaround? 3 things that says that it is actually in fact true for you. Close your eyes. What's your turnaround? Get clear with it. And then go ahead and say your turnaround all at once out loud. Out loud. Thank you. Claim it. All right. Boom. Yeah. Now, can you see evidence? Can you see even just 1 point of evidence for the truth in what you're saying, like Bree did? Can you find a second point of evidence? Find a third. You are worth believing in, and you are worth having this new positive belief of love and light that eliminates your limits and puts you into this beautiful limitless realm. Let's pass the mic to Kim here.
My
limiting belief.
Limiting belief is that I don't deserve great things.
Awesome. Anyone else here believe you don't deserve great things? Okay, see, definitely not alone. You did not invent anything new today on this one. It's okay. It's great to know that we're part of this community. So, does that serve you?
No.
Why not?
Because it prevents me from going after those things that I think are great.
Yeah, you'll actually do the opposite. You'll actually go out of your way to ensure you can't have them because you don't
deserve them.
Because you are going to be right. Mm-hmm. That is how powerful you are. You are right. So if you're going to be right one way or the other, do you want to be right about the wrong thing or do you want to be right about the right thing? Do you want to be right? See, I proved it, I don't deserve it. Do you really want to be right about that? Oh yeah, I go to all the parties. Woo-hoo! Look at me, guys, proved it again. Totally don't deserve it. No, you do not want to be right in this thing. What do you want to be right in?
That I deserve great things.
Yeah, so say that.
I deserve great things.
Yeah, do you see how simple that is? You can put energy into death and you can put energy into life. You can speak words of death, you can speak words of life. Every day, every morning, I wake up and I want to sow all of my seeds of life so that I can harvest all the beautiful fruits that come from beautiful thinking, from positive thinking, because you're going to be right. Friends, give it up for Kim. Give it up for all of these wonderful people. Thank you very much.
I have a limiting belief that I can't walk downstairs in heels.
Prove it. Turn it around.
Okay. I can walk downstairs in heels.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed a breakthrough. And look at that amazing male support. So how many of you guys are experiencing some breakthroughs? Let me see some hands. Awesome. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to anchor in that breakthrough, and what you're going to do is in a moment you're going to stand up and you're going to get together with someone that you have not met before. So you're going to build a new friend, and you're going to share with them these three things. Number one, what was the limiting belief that's holding you back right now? Number two, what is the turnaround? What's the opposite belief? Like, just really think, like, this is so simple. All you're looking for is, like, what's the reflection? What's the opposite? What's the belief that will empower you and help you become limitless? And then the third thing you're going to share is just the validation. What are three things that prove that your limitless belief is true? So everyone go ahead and stand up right now. Get together with a partner. Get together with a partner. Everyone move around right now. Find a partner. Raise your hand if you do not have a partner. Okay, keep your hands up if you do not have a partner. Okay, everybody quiet. Okay. Everybody quiet. Once again, if you do not have a partner, raise your hand. Nice and high. And keep your hand up until you find a partner. So keep your hand up until you find a partner. All right, perfect. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pick an A partner and a B partner. Go ahead and pick an A partner and a B partner. Okay, A partners, shh, quiet everyone. A partners, raise your hand. All right, A partners, repeat after me, because I love you so much. I'm going to let you go first. A partners, you are so thoughtful. Shh. All right, so B's, you are going to begin. You're going to share your limiting belief. Then you're going to share your turnaround, and you're going to share your limitless belief. And then you're going to share three things that validate that your limitless belief is true. So you're going to have 2 minutes to share. Ready, go. And for those of you online, go ahead and type in what is your limiting belief, what is your limitless belief, and what are the three things that prove they're true. Go ahead and type that in now.
there feels like I'm just a baby, you know, like I don't know anything about this. Right now, I mean, I'm not really doing a whole lot of nutrition right now, just trying to be healthy with my family, you know. And then with business, I just barely started a web page about, it's called LDS Conference Corner, where we just study how stocks and trade and then I was just thinking about, I don't know, some other things that I'm starting. Just barely. I just launched my Facebook page, and I'm just tweaking the conference page. Just study it. It's a good interaction, and then I'm just doing that.
What I do right now.
Yeah, LDS Conference Corner.
So I have a little bit of
So what are you doing with this?
Give your partner a high five and say, "You are a powerful creator." All right, then find a seat. Go ahead and quickly find a seat. Okay, find a seat.
You have 3 seconds to find your seat before it self-destructs.
1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. You can tell I have kids because you can indefinitely extend a second. Like, it's amazing how long. All right, awesome. This is such beautiful work, isn't it? Like, it's just like, what else? Like, it's so, I love what we get to do within Limitless. I love seeing people's lives change in a deep and profound way. I love seeing people that have been stuck for years and years in unhappy marriages, or in broken in their finances, or stuck in unhealthy bodies. And I love seeing them experience that breakthrough that changes everything for them. And my invitation is for all of you to come to the next Limitless, so you can join us for that. And I want to have a couple people share. What this work has done for you. Have an opportunity as a tribe to celebrate people that have created some big breakthroughs and have made some massive progress in their journey. So I want to have a couple of people share. Who wants to share what this work has been doing for them? Go ahead and stand up, Paul. So we have a little tradition here. I'm going to ask him his name. He's going to say his name, and everyone all at the same time is going to send him a ton of energy and say, "Hey, Paul." All right, you ready? So what's your name?
Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, everyone. I just have to, my main thing I want to share with you is just what happened to me at Limitless. On the second day, I was headed home on a late night, and I went to Vasa and got a membership there because I knew I was going to change my physical life back to the hero that I'm supposed to be. And on the way home, I'm in the military 21 years. I've been carrying a lot of stuff with me, and I don't want to go into too much storytelling, but I've carried in the form of a rucksack a lot of emotional stuff that I've carried with me for years. And I just turned 45 on the 16th of September. And that night, I was actually unpacking my rucksack, and I said, I'm tired of carrying this stuff around. I'm done. And I talked to my brother who was with me at Limitless, and I said, Steve, I've lived here under the beautiful mountain Timpanogos for 45 years of my life, and I've never been to that top. So for my 45th birthday, we're going to the top. Will you go with me? Yeah. And we went. And at the top, we wrote all my little limiting beliefs on rocks, and we had a ceremony up there, and we chucked them off, and they've stayed there ever since. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. So Paul, what changes are happening in your life, and do you see continue to happen in your life because you chose to make that shift and make that change?
Doors are opening in my wealth. Opportunities have just started coming to me freely. Almost not even searching for them. They've come to me. The health, I'm with people that I love because they're letting me live the life. They're making me feel like a hero. And I am a hero. I've served this country. I've served the people of this country. I've protected it. I've served my family. And I deserve to look like a hero. That's giving me limitless power. Everything that I thought was carrying with me and the things that I did carry with me were physiological in the fact that I carried the smells, the sights, the sounds of things that I've seen on the battlefield. And I've got the brain power now to push them to the back. I don't have to think that there's a bomb in a box because I'm here and I own this place. I don't have to worry about what's behind me because I own it. And I'm here and present. And then my connections. Again, my brother Steve's, we call ourselves twin brothers, even though we're 8 years apart. But we've connected on a level that, and up on Timpanogos was amazing. And we're going to build hero bands together, and we're building our business together. The last time we did this was 30 years ago. He had a landscaping business, and I worked for him. It was my first job at 14 years old. And I just love what's happening. And a lot of these are doors or pillars that you don't even feel. I don't feel like I'm seeking them necessarily consciously, but they're finding me. And it's because I control and I have no limits.
That's powerful. You are an amazing hero. Give him a big round of applause. All right, who else wants to share? Jacqueline?
My experience at Limitless was awesome because I had a limiting belief that if I really was great, if I behaved in the greatness that I knew I had inside of me, that it would kill my husband. And I don't mean figuratively. And when I broke through that belief, I felt like I lost 30 pounds the second I did it. And it opened a door for my husband to be okay, for me to be okay. And it's like we're on a high that we were on when we first got married again. And we feel like there's nothing that can stop us. We know there's nothing that can stop us. And we just want to keep moving forward. And we're breaking through every day with a new breakthrough with each other. And it's been miraculous is the only word I can use.
Just one more.
Oh, we forgot our tradition. What's your name?
My name is Kara.
Hey, Kara.
Let's
Hey,
give one
guys.
for Jacqueline. Everyone say, hey, Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Just want to make sure you feel loved. All right, Kara, go
Jacqueline's
ahead.
awesome. Hi, everybody. So I own a mentoring and energy healing business. And for years and years and years, I've taught voice lessons, and I've always been in that role, put myself in the role of the mentor or the leader, or always sort of offering the advice and helping other people and serving other people. And about last January, that little still small voice came into my head after realizing I'm really run down. I don't know if I can keep going at the pace that I'm going. And that little voice said, you can't keep going at this pace until you start living what you're teaching. And so I started praying and trying to connect and figure out what I could do. And I came across Chris Crone. And I showed up to one of these types of events, and I had this huge light bulb moment that, I mean, it was kind of those no-does where your palm hits your forehead and it knocks you back flat on your back. And I felt like I'd healed from so much trauma and PTSD and early childhood stuff. Like, you know, I'd made some progress, but yet I was realizing that the fruits in my life were not manifesting the way I wanted to. And there were some things that I needed to change, but I could not figure out what. I don't know if any of you who are like healers out there, mentors, that you're really good at helping other people, but you really suck at helping yourself. Raise your hand. And so I wanted to figure that out. And so I went to this event with Chris, and he started talking about these stories. I think I just got lipstick on here. Sorry, guys. It's great lipstick, though, right? So these stories, I'm like, wait a second. I'm healing from, like, the trauma and what happened to me, but I'm still blaming the trauma. I'm still, like, have all these just icky stories just swimming around inside of me that I'm just feeding subconsciously. It didn't even occur to me that there were stories. Like, that was a totally new concept to me that completely changed my life. Ended up, 2 days later at Gerald's 3-day event that's really similar to Limitless. I guess pre-Limitless, 3-day event. And just went into this just awesome, like, nosedive of just digging deeper than I'd ever gone before. And I feel like my life has changed. I'm looking at all these areas going, oh my goodness, like, the connection I feel with my children and the spirit that's in my home is so much different. My kids aren't afraid of me as much. And I feel way more connected to my husband than I've ever felt before. My personal power, I totally feel like I can just decide that my body is going to be well today and I'm going to get out of bed. I've been getting up, 4:15 in the morning now for 3 weeks, which I'm not going to go into that story, which is a complete miracle. My health, I've lost 7 pounds, y'all, in 2.5 weeks. That's my celebration, Chris. Do you like that? And in wealth, clients have just been pouring in to where I've had to take on a business partner and make some adjustments. And so I'm feeling so blessed. And I just really owe it to this information and these men. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So powerful. Thank you. Tony? Good. That's good. Here, let's
Hello?
do this right. What's your name?
Tony.
Hey, Tony!
So my biggest breakthrough through this whole experience, I had always had kind of a vision for myself that I wanted to get married, and I wanted my honeymoon to be a cruise. That was kind of what I wanted to do, and it was a vision that I always had. About a while back, a few months ago, my girlfriend and I got to a point where, because of bad decisions that I had made, I felt like I was losing her, and she was going to be gone. So I was kind of in a state of emergency. I knew that I needed to change a lot of things really quickly to save something that I had always dreamed of, and I read Chris's book, The Conscious Creator. I read it all in one day, and I just started to really put it into practice. And then I went to Gerald's Live Big seminar, one of the first ones that he did, and he talked about stories, and he talked about how one mistake doesn't have to define you, and just really started to really look inside myself and the things that I could improve and the things that I needed to change. And now my fiance and I are getting married in 2 weeks.
Woo!
And we're going to be able to go on the cruise, a Disney cruise that I had always dreamed of, So really it's just kind of speaks to the small things and the real quick turnarounds that can happen when you're in a state of emergency, or when you know that you have to change quickly. What these men teach really can change your life in whatever aspect that you could ever need.
Awesome. Give him a big round of applause. All right.
So friends, if you want to attend the Limitless event, you can go on our website. You can purchase a ticket for $499. And I can tell you that that price is going up. But here at this Tribe Night, since Limitless is brand new, tonight we're actually going to be making the price available. For those of you online, you can actually see it pulled up right there, right on the screen that you're watching, limitlessseminar.com. Or we have order forms for those of you that are here, and you can purchase a ticket for $69. 3 days of transformation. And here's what you owe to yourself. How many days in a year? 365. Give 1% back to investing in who? So that next year you don't have to repeat this year's results. How many of you expect next year to be financially more fruitful? How many of you would like your core relationships to be stronger, like 10 out of 10 bliss? How many of you want that? How many of you want to actually, after like 300 diets, actually make the body shifts or put the muscle on and actually step into that body that you want? Or how about just owning the personal power that says, this is my life? How many of you want to feel that? Friends, then give yourself 3 days of Limitless and have an opportunity to tackle what it would be like to live life without limits, and more importantly, to go home with the tools and the tribe to support you in your journey to keep altering all of those limits until you become limit-free. And we call that limitless. For all those of you that are interested in that, do we have those order forms? Just go ahead and put your hands up if you're interested in the paperwork or a flyer on that to get that special price. And my team's just going to get that passed
raise your
around.
Hand high if you're interested in coming. We've got events coming up in October, November, and January. So just hold your hands high if you're interested in coming and joining us at that experience. And once again, this price of $69 is for tonight only. For those of you online, you can go ahead and click the link, go to limitlessseminar.com. And the price there is set up so that tonight only it'll be only $69.
So we have one happening in Salt Lake City, October 15th, 16th, and 17th. The one right after is actually going to be across the street from here at the Provo Marriott in November. And then we have one set up in January. Right now they're happening every month, more or less, and they're going to be accelerating. We've got a lot of people right now online that are joining us on the West and East Coast. And we do have plans in 2016 to be bringing this domestically around the country. Right now it's growing very quickly, and I want to just throw this out. Ask yourself this question. Could you ever see yourself as a coach or as a mentor, an author, speaker, or influencer? Just ask yourself, do you have a message that once developed could benefit the world? And if so, know that there's an opportunity for you to grow within the Limitless organization. We need facilitators. At the event, here's my favorite part of it, is that we actually do we're committed to bringing in one-on-one breakthrough sessions throughout the event. And we do this through our staff. And you're going to have protege team leaders. In fact, we're going to have about 60 staff just at this next Limitless in October to get to you at a one-on-one level. And we actually have here in our room, we've got Carolyn, would you mind standing up? Carolyn is one of our angels, and Colleen Marie, will you please stand up? And is Wileen Benson in the room? Wileen, go ahead and stand up. And we probably have Trisha Dixon joining us over the internet. These three women right here, these are three of our angels that do these one-on-one sessions. They are Limitless certified breakthrough coaches. They are brilliant at what they do. Would you just please acknowledge them with me? One of the most powerful parts of your experience may be a one-on-one session with these women. I also want to take an opportunity, though, all of our protege team leaders that are in the program, will you just also stand up for just a minute and just look around the room for a little bit, because these individuals are going to be showing up to assist you at one of the next Limitlesses to do belief breakthrough work with you as well. So can we acknowledge them as well? Thank you. Thank you. So we are growing, and we would like to invite you to grow with us, whether your commitment is just to get rid of all your own limits, or for a few special of you that are saying, beyond my own limits, I would love to get certified and actually bring the work of healing and belief breakthrough to as many people as possible, that's a way that I can gift my gift to the world.
So go ahead and just take a moment, just turn to the person next to you and just share with them why you are committed, why it's important for you to stay committed to your journey of being limitless. Just go ahead and turn to the person next to you and share with them why it's important for you to stay committed to this journey of belief breakthrough and living limitless.
Being limitless. Why is it important?
It brings out the eternity of my life.
That music gets
Really, the fact that I am eternal.
Just take it from here, and then I'll just invite you up to do the last part.
All right, everyone stop. Go ahead and turn to the person next to you, give them a high five and say, "You are a powerful creator." And so if you can go ahead right now and fill out that form so you can save your seat for the next Limitless event. We've got a couple more things we're going to go through before we wrap up this evening, but make sure you get that paperwork filled out so you can take advantage of that.
Awesome. Thank you, Gerald. Okay, friends, we got two more things that we're going to be doing. We're going to bring the evening to a close. And one of the things that I want to do is I want to give someone in this audience an opportunity not just to experience what I call the surface work or the lightning work. That's where we do real quick turnarounds. There's someone here in this audience that is actually going to get a big benefit from having the opportunity to dive in deep for a few minutes and actually seriously walk out of here with a huge gift of major breakthrough. And so to help me kind of know who we can best serve that way, I want to invite you to close your eyes, ground, and just take a deep breath. And ask yourself, is there a limit that you have been struggling a really long time with that holds you back, and you would be open to standing on stage and being vulnerable to have a powerful experience? Just keep your eyes closed, and if you're feeling that, just go ahead and put your hand up. Do you pronounce it Alicia? Yes, that's you. Come on up. Friends, please give it up for Alicia. Total moment of bravery right here. Am I saying it the right way? Am I saying it the right way?
Alicia, yeah.
Alicia, thank you. Here you go.
Thank you.
Here, so here's what I want to do. I'm actually inviting you into what I call my laboratory.
Oh,
have a seat. Right now, we're going to dive into Alicia's story. Okay? Everyone's starting to get the picture of what a story is. We're going to dive into a story that limits Alicia. And the reason why we do this in a laboratory is because for me, I am only permitted to tell my stories in the laboratory. Because in the laboratory is where I am committed to tell the story, and I'm there for one reason, to learn the lesson. If I get the lesson, I can let go of the story, because the lesson, that's the precious gem. Think of the story for a moment like a pile of poop. Imagine this vividly right now, a big pile of poop in the middle of the laboratory, but inside of it is like this big, massive ruby worth millions of dollars and unlocking all of your potential, but it's buried right at the bottom of that pile. So in the laboratory, we're going to suit up. For me, that's also going to include gloves and masks and the goal is to go in there and get that gem and never have to swim in your feces again. Now that's a little crass, but so are your stories. Your stories is you swimming all day long in that muck and being okay with it. It's not okay. So in the laboratory, we're going to tell the story one good last time. We're going to get the jewel. We're going to learn the lesson. And then we're going to get out. I don't tell my stories outside the laboratory, because outside the laboratory, I'm not committed to my learning. So all I'm doing is enrolling people in my story, sitting in it, reciting it over and over again, the villain, the person messing up my life, and how did my neighbor do this, and my mom should have, absolutely that, and my father this, and everyone's to blame in my story, and I could even be blaming who? Myself. And in this game, there are no winners. You ready to play?
I'm so ready.
Have we met before?
No.
It's nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
And brave. Did you know your
Oh,
hand was
sorry.
the first one that went up? Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because all I was saying is, put it down, put it down, put it down, in my head.
Yes, well, you were much faster than that impulse. All right, so close your eyes, take a deep breath, and here's how we're going to start the process. There's a reason why you put your hand up. You know what you've been struggling with. And I want to ask this question. What is the limiting belief that is holding you back?
I am powerless.
Great. So that's a yucky one. Anyone here in this room, you can open your eyes. Has anyone here ever felt powerless before?
Good.
It's kind of the definition of story. First memory that comes up for you when you have the thought, I'm powerless.
Oh, that's interesting. I was a C-section baby, and my parents chose when I was going to be born. I didn't have a choice. I was completely powerless when I was going to be born.
Wow, so she's deeply intuitive because she's really honoring herself by responding to exactly what, I couldn't remember my birth as well as she does. So beyond memory is this beautiful space of intuition, so it's beautiful that that's actually what's coming up for you. So what choice and what decision do you think you made about yourself?
That I can't make any decisions, and all the decisions about being born or moving forward are made for me.
Yeah. How's this showing up in your life today?
Everywhere. There's this really amazing opportunity that's been presented to me, and because of the fear of certain people, it's keeping me paralyzed. But I'm giving my power away, and I blame others for taking it from me, but I always give it away.
So let's be more specific, because this is the first one that actually came up for you. What's the opportunity?
I have the opportunity to start a business and to be really serious about it. I have a business, but it's more of a hobby.
Okay.
And I want to be a serious business owner.
Great. So who's the villain that you point the finger at and say, you're robbing my power?
My husband.
Okay. Yeah. Now, is this serving you?
Absolutely not. It's not serving him.
Now, I want to tell you something about our perceived villains. They only show up if we need them. But I will tell you right now that your villain in your life, in any one of your stories, is actually the hero. Because they love you enough to show up in such a way that they are your teacher. I love the people that trigger me. Without them, I wouldn't have my triggers. My triggers teach me the most valuable lessons. I know you want more health, and I know you want more wealth, and I know you want more happiness, but you got it wrong. When you collect enough lessons, then health, wealth, and happiness become a byproduct. What you really want is that jewel buried real deep. So, you've got a fantastic story.
I do.
Got a great business opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband's the villain holding you back, holding your choices ransom, not allowing yourself to step up and stand in your full glory to own your choices. And all
That's a lie.
Well, I know it's a lie. It's the idea that you're worshiping right now.
Yes. Yes.
So what would serve you better than this idea that I'm powerless?
I'm powerful.
Yeah. So would you like to have a really fun experience right now?
Yes.
I like bringing imagination and fantasy into the concept of belief breakthrough, because our mind is what holds us prisoner, and our mind also has the power to free us. So we're actually going to, if you're open, we're just going to play a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so close your eyes. And you're in mommy's womb. And something's about to happen. She's swimming around. Apparently you are preemie because there's plenty of room to still swim. You know, if you're like those unfortunate full-term babies, it's like, no room in there. You playing around, swimming around, enjoying your time in there. You're not ready to go, are you? Okay? And then all of a sudden, something's happening, and you're realizing, uh-oh, they are taking me out of here, and I am not done with bath time. So, in this moment, instead of being powerless, you are like this immensely powerful baby. Why are they going to do a C-section? What's wrong?
The doctor's going on vacation.
And it's inconvenient?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Yep.
So mom is in her appointment. She's scheduling the C-section, and you have this great awareness of what's going to happen. And so you decide that you need to communicate with mom, that you're going to come when you're ready, not when the doctor tells you. How are you going to communicate with mom?
I'm screaming.
Okay.
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, wishing that she'll hear me.
Right. So you're going to focus all this energy, and you're screaming, and why don't you throw in some kicks? I'm going to throw a little party here. And all of a sudden, mom's like telling the doctor, and your mom's a little bit unsure about setting this appointment. All of a sudden, you start kicking like crazy on that stomach, and you start saying, no, 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 no. And all of a sudden, mom shows up as her highest and best intuitive self and says, oh, that's not going to serve me. And mom decides to just wait or even go with a different doctor. And you get to have your birthing experience when you are ready and when you're complete in womb. And you say these words, I'm powerful.
I am powerful.
I own my life.
I own my life.
I love my life.
I love my life.
I claim my life.
I claim my life.
I embrace my life.
I embrace my life.
And just feel that right now. And with your eyes closed, I want to invite your husband in. And I want you to share with him the desire of your heart with this business. And do you love your husband?
I love him.
Yeah. And are you willing to honor his opinion?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And as you're sharing with your husband why you want to do this business, he shows up as his highest and best self. And how does he respond?
He says, go get him. He's my cheerleader. He definitely has been my cheerleader many times, and he's incredibly supportive, and he doesn't even think twice about it.
Because he wants to show up for a person who is also showing up for them. And right now you're showing up in your power. You are in full force making choices. You are owning your power. You have taken that power back. You are living your life. How does that feel?
Limitless.
Yeah, so give him a big hug and say, thank you for supporting me.
Thank you.
And give your mom a hug and say, thank you for letting me come when I was ready.
Thank you for letting me come and trusting me that I was ready.
And I want to invite you to stand up right now, eyes open. And when someone feels powerless, one of the best ways for you to take your power back is for you to own your power. So I'm going to invite you to own your power with that microphone, and all of these people, they get to show up as feedback. They're here to support you, but they're here as feedback, and they're going to stand up when they believe that you are actually living your life, making the choice with full ownership and faith that you are taking your power back. Preach that good sermon.
I am powerful. I am a powerful force for good. I am a powerful influence. I am a powerful breakthrough mentor. I am powerful with my words. I am powerful with my message. I am powerful with my love. I am powerful with my relationships. I am powerful with my God. I am a powerful creator. I am a powerful friend. I am a powerful servant. I am powerful love. I am powerful love.
And now let's hear it. I am powerful. Let them hear it.
I am powerful.
And let them hear, and I am limitless.
I am limitless.
Congratulations. I give you Alicia the Powerful. All right, thank you.
Alicia the Powerful. Now, from now on, anytime anyone asks you your name, say, I am Alicia the Powerful. Alicia the Great. With that voice. Alicia the Powerful. Just watch out, world. Watch out, world. So we're going to conclude with one final experience. This is something that is a beautiful part of the Limitless journey, which is what we call our manifesto. So we're going to be handing out some sheets right now that contain the Limitless manifestos. And one of the foundations for the Limitless programs that we teach, the events as well as the academy and the other programs, is an understanding that we are constantly creating our life. And we're creating it through the words that we speak and the thoughts that we think and the actions we take. And it all begins with these seeds of thought. And so as we plant these powerful seeds in our life, and as Alicia just experienced, when you own the truth that you are powerful, you are magnificent, you are limitless, then your life begins to reflect that. And you have a chance to show up in your life in your most powerful way. So we're going to read these declarations, these manifestos, and so I'll take you through the process as we do this. Once again, final invitation, if you know that now is your time to take your life to the next level, fill out that paperwork. At the back table, back there, is where you're going to be turning that in. There's going to be some of my team back there to take the paperwork, make sure that we've got all the information correct so that we can get you registered and in the system, and make sure that we get you plugged in for the event that's coming up. And so make sure you take care of that before we go. And the last thing is, after we finish tonight, I'm just going to invite you, after you turn in your paperwork, just to take some time and connect with each other. This, as we expressed, is the foundation for what we see as a long-term movement. The tribe that you're surrounded with right now, and all of those that are joining us online, you guys are really the future for the world. And how many of you believe that the world is going through a lot of change and transformation right now? Right? How many of you, at some times, that scares you a little bit? Right? And how many of you know that now is a time for great and powerful leaders to step up? And how many of you know that you get to be one of those leaders? The world needs you. And as we go through the change and transition and transformation, what your family experiences, what your coworkers experience, and what you experience requires you to stand up and be the very best and highest version of you. Limitless is about unlocking that part of you. And so whether you've been in the past, I invite you to come again. For those of you that haven't been, please come. Please give this gift to you so you can see what's possible through that experience. So this tribe night that you experienced tonight, how many of you enjoyed your experience, got some value out of tonight? Let me hear some noise. Awesome. How many of you would be interested in coming again if we do it again? Awesome. How many of you can think of other people that you wish were here? Awesome. So our intention is to continue to build this tribe and to create these events and experiences each month for you to come back and connect. for you to build new friendships and renew old ones, and for you to bring those people in your families that you want to have part of this tribe because you know that they need this work too. So for all of you that are here, you'll be getting emails and information about when the next tribe night is. Make sure you get that in your calendar so you can come, attend, and bring your people with you. This is our gift to you. Like, we just know that the world needs you, and we're committed to doing our part to support you in living your limitless life. So with that, I'm going to have everyone go ahead and stand up. Can I get a copy? Thank you so much. And so as we read these declarations, these manifestos, once again, these words are the words that you're just planting these thoughts and these ideas into your mind. And as you read these words, I'm going to invite you to place your hand on your heart, on your chest right there. Sir, your chest, not hers? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Will's looking at me now. I'm just kidding. All right, so as you recite these words, I want you to see this image in your mind of you living as this limitless version of yourself. I'm going to have you repeat these words after me, and as we get to the final part, I'm going to have you hold out your fingers just as your declaration saying that we are one tribe connected in this mission. So go ahead and read this with me. I am a limitless conscious creator. I am responsible for my results and choose to create a life that I love. I have a clear vision for who I am and where I am headed. I am unconditional with power. I am unconditional and live in integrity with my divine nature. I actively invest time, energy, and money to grow and become a better version of myself. I work and live in alignment with my higher self and my sacred purpose. I create limitless wealth. I claim my birthright of prosperity and abundance. I attract the resources that help me to reach my potential and fulfill my purpose. My greatest wealth is achieved through serving others with my gifts. I create limitless health. I unlock the power of my body and my mind. I treat my body with love and respect. I honor my body by eating healthy food, exercising regularly, and getting the rest I need. I create limitless connection. I experience perfect bliss with my family and loved ones. I practice unconditional love for myself and others. I surround myself with my tribe who supports me in my dreams. I am powerful. I am inspired. I love my life. I am limitless. Honor you for who you are and for the gifts that you have to share with this world. The world needs you badly. Your family needs you. Your businesses need you. And now is your time. Everyone repeat after me. Now is my time. Because I am limitless. So before you leave tonight, make sure you give away at least 20 gifts in the form of hugs, and we look forward to seeing you at the next Limitless. Thank you so much.